Funny thing, nobody warned you that after all the dust and blood and sleepless nights overseas, the real fight might start right on your own front lawn. I came home from combat expecting chaos, maybe a busted sprinkler, the grass halfway up my shin, but not this. Everything was picture perfect. Fresh mulch hedges trimmed within an inch of their lives. A brand new welcome mat reading Live, Laugh, Love. The old one ours used to say, "Come back with a warrant." Even that was gone, like a little piece of us had been erased in broad daylight. A bright red Tesla sat smug in the driveway. Whoever parked it looked like they'd never sweated a bill in their life. Then wind chimes. My wife despised wind chimes. But there they were, jangling like someone was mocking us, daring us to notice. Jazz played inside some lazy playlist, all background, no soul. From the porch I could see a stranger wander past the window, barefoot smoothie in hand, as if he belonged. The door swings open and this guy, maybe 30, tan, chill, practically tattooed on his forehead, greets me like I'm just a lost DoorDasher. "Can I help you?" he asks, polite as you please, sipping his protein blend. I answer as calmly as I can. "This is my house." He just cocks his head. Don't think so, man. We signed everything with the HOA. You want the leasing office? Try them. Name's Zach, he says. Of course it is. Then come the SUVs, community safety enforcement, and glossy letters. Uniforms straight out of a Halloween aisle, tactical vests, clean enough to eat off. They asked me to step away from my own house, saying the tenants have paperwork. I'm trespassing. The place is under HOA leasehold. No blinking, just corporate speak. Karen, the legend herself, shows up with her clipboard and mirrored shades, wearing that "I run this place" smile. "Oh, you're early," she says, like I'm a missed calendar invite, not a human being. Not scheduled to return until Q4. My deployment had become a scheduling conflict to her. Bylaw 14C. She tells me homes left for over 90 days go to board reassignment. Temporary tenant placement for community protection. I ask about my deployment waiver. Karen shrugs it off, clerical error. You can contest the board's actions next month. So that's it. Locks changed house, leased all while I was in another country doing a job half these folks wouldn't survive a day at. We followed procedure. I tell her, "You didn't follow the law." She just smiles, "Then you'll have no trouble proving it." Inside, through the open door, a photo of my wife in uniform is still on the wall. Nobody even bothered to take it down. My keys digging a hole in my palm. I drop it, walk away, calm on the outside, but rage seething under my skin. I text a number from back in the day, one word, "ready." The reply's instant, always. Not asking for help, calling for backup. That night, a motel room with carpet that smells like defeat. My boots are lined up by the bed like maybe another deployment is coming. The kids are silent. My son's hoodie stays up face down like even the walls are too much for him. My wife makes coffee and sits close strong in ways I can't even name. Pages and pages of bylaws, meeting notes, zoning codes. Turns out the fine print is a battlefield of its own. Buried deep. Community Vitality Addendum. 14C Section 3 reads like a threat. If your property's non-contributive for 90 days, it's up for reassignment. And it was backdated signed after I'd already deployed. Karen's note in the margin. This should help solve the Spruce Lane issue. Me, not a neighbor. Just an issue. A walk outside for air, and there's one of the security guys laughing on his phone. The guy showed up early, freaked out. Karen handled it. Said he checked out before he ever left. That's not about the lawn. That's personal. I walk up close. If Karen wants to quote me, she can do it to my face. Later, my son wants to see the house. We drive by, not stopping, but his room's been painted over, posters gone telescope, replaced with a dog bed. "Is it still our house?" he whispers. No answer comes out. That night I tell my wife I've had insurgents lie to me. Generals feed me garbage intel. But I never thought a neighborhood clipboard would be the thing that got me. She asks, "What do we do?" The answer. We build the file. Track every vote, every dollar, every signature. Take it back. HOA office the next day. GoPro clipped on, acting like a prospective buyer. Karen's inside talking up a realtor. I snap a photo of bylaw 14C posted on the wall. Whisper to her, "You should be careful who you write laws for." She tries to smile, but Mrs. Delaney, the widow from the corner, appears and calls her out. "You said you had his deployment notice on file." Karen's smile evaporates. That line alone turns a neighborhood feud into a legal war. That motel silence is different. Thick, judgmental. Uniform pants on boots, half off the HOA charter still open on the laptop. Then a cease and desist pops up. Unauthorized surveillance. They want to make me snap. I don't. I park across the street from my house, sit in the dark watch as the new tenant dumps my son's old bookshelf on the curb. I cross the street. You don't throw away someone else's life just because it looks broken to you. He gets it, disappears inside. Back at the motel, my wife's at the table. They threw out his bookshelf. She nods. "So, what's the plan?" For the first time, I give the real answer. I'm calling in the team. She doesn't even flinch, just pours coffee for both of us. That's how I know we're in this together. Muster at 1800 Shell Station. Replies roll in. Guys from all over Ramos, still huge, still loud. Yates quiet tech genius. Davis the kind of calm that makes TSA agents nervous. We set up shop in a dead vape store. This isn't about muscle. It's about being smarter. Then Reed shows up. We haven't spoken since the tribunal. He looks at me. This isn't revenge, right? No. It's a homecoming. That's enough. Civilian dress, hidden mics, no weapons, just truth, sharp and legal. Karen calls, threatens with injunctions, claims her judge neighbors got her covered. "Bring your army buddies, I'll be waiting." She has no clue. Next morning, the team moves in. Sheriffs show up, slow, cautious. Karen's right behind, ready for a showdown. Claims harassment, brandishes her abandonment clause. But the sheriff's not buying it. Evidence is on my side, her own voice, her own hands in the cookie jar. The twist hits a phone call. IRS tax fraud federal injunction. Karen's got bigger friends. But so do I. Ramos just grins, he's seen this before. Means we're winning. They're scared. Reviewing footage, a familiar face pops up. Redford. My old CO. The guy who wrote the clause that cost me my house. We dig deep, Bowen, Yates, Davis, everyone. Every illegal signature, every bylaw edit, every fake rental. Monroe, the HOA treasurer, shows up at the bottom of every file. 9 homes stolen, 3 owners still deployed, 2 in VA hospitals, 1 killed in action house, seized months later. This isn't a rogue Karen. This is organized theft. We go public. Neighborhood takeover. How the HOA hijacked the homes of heroes. The video blows up. Cops move on Monroe, evidence in hand. Karen tries a last trick, files a complaint to get my house condemned for tactical training. Inspector shows up, walks the yard. "You run this like a training facility?" "Yeah, for coming home and not breaking." He sees through it. Complaint dismissed. City launches a fraud inquiry. Karen's lawyer walks. She stands alone, crumbles under questioning. 8 years. Civil restitution. HOA dissolved. Homeowners paid out. Just when the dust seems to settle, another envelope shows up. A key labeled Unit 13. Doesn't exist except on a blueprint buried 14 years back. Storm shelter under an old model home. Inside boxes of ledgers, fake votes, surveillance logs, every dirty secret. Karen's note. "I don't care if he's active duty. He left. That makes him fair game." I box it all, drop it at the state attorney's office. A week later, Karen's arrested again, ankle monitor and all. Her confidence cracks when she sees me across the street, doubt and fear finally winning. Court is swift. Guilty, all counts. The HOA is dead. Justice served, public and undeniable. A month passes. The porch light flickers. Max snores under the steps. Grass wild again. The neighborhood feels different. Mrs. Delaney brings cookies and a note. "Thank you for showing us we don't have to be afraid." That's when it sinks in. This wasn't just about one house or one family. The rules changed. Sometimes the hardest fight comes after the uniform's off. Sometimes service means standing up to a clipboard, a smirk, and the kind of evil that hides behind bylaws. Sometimes justice is just a neighbor who says, "Enough." Where's the line between defending what's yours and turning into the thing you're fighting? That's a question that doesn't have a neat answer, not for me, maybe not for anyone. So what about you? Ever had to fight back against a system stacked against you? Ever see power twisted until it broke? Drop your story below. Because justice, real justice, isn't quiet. And sometimes it starts with just one person saying, "No more."